When it comes to quadratic equations with funny numbers, like fractions, decimals, we don't like to deal with them. If there are any ways to remove the denominator, that would be the best way to go with. So, looking at denominators in this equation, we have a 4 and a 2. What I'm going to do is to multiply this entire equation by the greatest common denominator. Besides the 2 and the 4, if I can multiply everything by 4, this denominator will be gone from the equation. So, starting with this, let me put up a little bit. I will multiply the quarter by 4. I'll times it by 4, and then I'll times it by 4, I'll times it by 4, I'll times it by 4. When you multiply the entire equation by 4, you multiply everything by 4, and everything will still be balanced. So 4 times 1/4 will just be a 1. Nice thing to start with. We like working with x squared at the beginning. Then the 4x, and then 7 times 4 is 28. 28 divided by 2, 14. That will be your quadratic equation. We can now complete the square by adding a new term to it and offset the change there. I will add 2 squared at this point and subtract it by 2 squared at a later time. So this trinomial will now be x squared plus 4x plus 2 squared. That gives us the perfect square. And then minus 14 minus 2 squared, that will be your constant term at the later time. So the first 3 terms, square. And then the last part here, minus 18. We will now end it with x plus 2 square equals 18. Once you take the square root of 18, the square will now be gone. And then as you bring the plus 2 to the other side, it would then be a minus 2. That plus 2 is now gone. So the two answers in this case would then be the square root of 18 minus 2, and the second answer will be the negative square root 18 minus 2. Now when you are working with radicals, make sure you still remember the things from grade 10. We need to simplify this radical. When you take the square root of 18, you are taking the square root of 9 times 2. That's how we end up with 3 root 2 at the end. 18 is a product of 9 and 2. When you take the square root of 18, you are taking the square root of 9 and 2. That's how we end with 3 root 2 in this case. You can also use a factor tree. When you try to take the square root of simplified square root of 18, it could be 2 times 9 and then 3 times 3. When you are taking the square root of a number, you are trying to undo anything that comes in a pair. Once you take it outside the radical, you see 3 root 2 here. That's how you see the 3 root 2 in the answer.